we put out the call, and they sent us. Catherine Struck. Come on up, Catherine.
Yeah. About right here, I think. Can everybody hear me? Yeah. Am I being heard? Yeah. No? Get in there closer, huh? There you okay. Go. Okay. This is like rock singers. I have to get my mouth on the mic. Who am I? I am Catherine Struck. I am the mother of 2 sons, both in military service. They are fine soldiers, and I'm very proud of them and their commitment to these United States. My younger son is currently deployed with the local 133rd Infantry in Kosovo. This is an excellent opportunity for peacemaking and peacekeeping. This same son spent a year in Afghanistan, again in a position where he could build relationships with Afghanistan citizens. In the last 2 years, the Afghanistan situation has deteriorated, and now, as I understand it, war rules the day. There is no peacekeeping there. My older son, after serving in Iraq for a year, will probably be redeployed there again in 2008. He is with the 4th Infantry Division at Fort Carson, Colorado, and when he is in the field, he serves with pride in the cavalry. Being a mother of 2 soldiers gives me no special powers. I sure wish it did. I'd end the war in Iraq with a wave of my hand. It makes me no different from thousands upon thousands of mothers across America. And my boys are still alive and healthy. I am no Gold Star mother, and I never ever want to be. I wait as all mothers do for my guys to come home safely. The sad truth is that as long as they are healthy, they will be deployed. And it seems that most military roads lead straight to Iraq for all soldiers, young, middle-aged, and old. Now, I must pause here and say that I am extremely proud of all of America's soldiers at home and deployed abroad. They are the most committed, solid, determined force on the planet, and yet they are capable of extraordinary humanity, as we all know, and extraordinary courage. So why do I stand here at an anti-war rally? Am I betraying somebody? Nope. I am here because I think we are in the wrong war for all the wrong reasons. Yeah. Iraq was predicated on lies, sustained with lies, and is now being sustained on the determination of our young troops and your tax dollars. Some of these soldiers are going over for a 3rd and 4th deployment. What shape will their bodies and minds be after that? Right. We are wasting our precious resources, our young people, on a war that never should have been. And now I fear we are being seen as occupiers, not peacekeepers, as imperialists, not liberators. Is that what we have become? With the money spent currently on Iraq, we could have provided medical insurance to every single poor family in this nation. We could have upgraded our deteriorating veterans facilities, which are failing even now to meet the needs of the returning wounded. In fact, a soldier returning from the war zone must file for post-traumatic stress benefits within 2 years of returning home, or he or she cannot get them at all. Now, if you understand post-traumatic stress, it is delayed, and its crippling effects do not show themselves for years and years. In 2 years, no doctor or soldier can make this kind of diagnosis. And yet our government is limiting them to a 2-year filing period. But hey, the money's got to go for the war, right? Humanity is just too expensive to finance. Death is okay, but not humanity. We could have developed renewable resources largely I mean largely, replace oil as a primary fuel in our nation.
That's right.
Ironically, oil is the main reason we are there,
Exactly.
no matter what anybody tells you.
Right.
Sad to say that oil, which is not even ours, will only exist for about 35 years on this planet before it is depleted. Even if we win over there, by the time we win over there, the oil will be gone. What is the point?
Exactly.
I don't understand it myself. Okay? And it's not our oil anyway. It does not belong to us.
Right.
We could have upgraded our own security systems so that we will never be vulnerable to an attack like 911.
Right.
Which, by the way, the Iraqis had nothing to do with, no matter what anybody tells you.
That's right.
We have spent billions of dollars, at least $2 billion every 5 weeks, for going on 5 years, equaling about $600 billion spent so far, and it's climbing. On a war that has divided our nation, seen the wounding and deaths of thousands of young soldiers, killed thousands of innocent civilians, and created absolutely no positive resolution in the East. In fact, we have hatched many of our current problems there because we have attracted insurgents from all over the Middle East to force us out. Ironically, being the mother of Army men, with all this money spent, we can't even arm up our soldiers' vehicles or their bodies with state-of-the-art equipment.
Right.
I think we owe them that. If we're going to put them into a war situation, let's get them armored up. Former Secretary of Defense, we all remember him so well, Donald Rumsfeld said in 2003, "You go to war with the army you have." And I said to my television set, "No, Mr. Rumsfeld, you go to war with the army you make. And you don't go to war until you've made it the best fighting force in the world, and you do not go to war until you have checked and rechecked the reasons why you are going to invade."
Yes.
You do not go to war in an overconfident fever without adequate plans to deal with the unexpected. This was supposed to be, according to Dick Cheney, a cakewalk. Well, our cakewalk has turned into a 5-year dance with death. So maybe if you don't have a reason to go to war, maybe you don't invent one, maybe you just don't go at all. And I say to our current Secretary of Defense, Mr. Gates, I don't think we should have gone at all. And maybe it's time to make the exit.
That's right.
I think this is where the money's going. According to the 2006 film Why We Fight, which I recommend you all rent or find, which you can online, produced by Sony Classics, it won the Sundance Film Festival. This country is building 17 permanent military bases in Iraq. One is the size of Sacramento, California. There is no exit strategy from Iraq because there is no plan to exit.
That's right. That is right.
When this country went in, we planned to stay there. Now we are not only so broke that we can't afford a health plan for our own kids, but we have wiped out the surplus that could have saved our grandchildren from a horrible financial debt that they will have on their backs. And for what? Oil that is gone? This, by the way, will not affect the grandchildren of the wealthy, nor will it affect the children of the wealthy. Because children of the wealthy, the very wealthy, do not feel a need to seek out military duty. Some do, but very few. Lower and middle class young people do that.